What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Draft Rankings Show. One more mock for you this week. We did two this week. We did the Saints the other day. Today, it's Saturday morning. We're having a beautiful weekend, and we're going to do a Los Angeles Superchargers, San Diego Superchargers mock draft for the 2025 season. A lot of picks on the board for the Chargers. So we got to get after this one. 11 selections currently for the Los Angeles Chargers, starting out with pick 22. 54, 86, 123 inside the top 150. So we got to get after it. We got to fill in this roster. We got to make the moves that are required to win a championship for Justin Herbert. This is pre any trades that happened. I'm recording this in advance of anything. We've heard rumors of DK Metcalf and things of this nature. I'm doing this before. If that happens, I'm doing this before that. Click that like button. Click subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on podcast, do the damn thing. 5-star review is always appreciated. Make sure you do it on the Draft Rankings podcast channel, though. Don't do it. I mean, you can do it on the player profile or main feed, but make sure you go over to the Draft Rankings feed as well. That's where you can subscribe and actually support the show and not just listen to the show. You can actually come over and support the show and be a loyal fan and loyal listener. Because I know we got a ton of listeners, but they don't always come from our specific channel, if that makes sense. You guys wait till 7 p.m. when it releases on the player profiler page. Come on and get it 7 a.m. 7 a.m. every single day. We're here, tapped in, locked in. All right, here we go. Los Angeles Chargers, pick 22. We're officially on the clock using the PFF mock draft simulator for the 2025 draft. All right. So the last 5 picks going into pick 22, Tet McMillan goes to the Bengals, Kenneth Grant to the Seahawks, Emeka Egbuka to the Buccaneers, Jalen Walker from Georgia to the Broncos, and Tyler Booker falls to 21 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. My team needs here for the Los Angeles Chargers in 2025, running back, receiver, tight end, edge, center, safety, things like this. I think you could also look at potentially just another interior defensive lineman as well. Right here at pick number 22. Again, I'm looking at running back, receiver, tight end. A lot of people have been murmuring about the running back position. We did see Genty go off the board so far. Travion Henderson went off. No, Travion Henderson did not go off the board. So everybody's available. So I'm going to go pick 22 here. I'm going to just do the damn thing. I want to see this, so I'm going to go with this. Omari and Hampton at pick 22. Let's see what this draft looks like with us taking Omari and Hampton in round 1. Again, the Chargers have 11 picks here, so let's see what happens. Pick 22, Omari and Hampton for the Chargers. We're back on the clock at pick 54. We got the running back pick figured out. Now we can look at receiver, tight end, edge, center. A lot of defensive linemen made it to us here in round 2 at pick 54. The last couple selections, Alec Amaner, Siobhan Ravel, Carson Schweschinger, Trey Henderson, Jalen Milroe to the Steelers at pick 53. Defensive line, you look at Alfred Collins, Shamar Turner from Texas A&M and Texas, respectively. Landon Jackson at edge for Arkansas, guy that was one of the freakiest athletes at the 2025 NFL Combine. Jack Sawyer is also on the board here. At the tight end position, we just went running back. We could look at tight end. That's Mason Taylor, Elijah Arroyo, Terrence Ferguson, Harold Fannin among names available. At the wide receiver position, we're looking at Xavier Restrepo, Jalen Knoll, Jalen Royals, Tez Johnson, Trey Harris, Isaiah Bond, to name a few at the wide receiver position. I do want to check out safety, though, because if there's just one safety available, I'm 100% taking him right here with this selection. And he's not. It's Sebastian Castro, Kevin Winston, Lathan Ransom are the best players available. So let's check out one last thing. Let's just check out center. There's literally no reason to check center, but Jared Wilson is there. None of these centers in this class are really at the level to be drafted right here. For our purposes, for the Los Angeles Chargers, I'm going to go Alfred Collins here. The Chargers have forever struggled to stop the run. They need a run stopper. Alfred Collins is a massive human being with 80-plus inch wingspan, a guy that has the ability to continue to grow in the process, and NFL evaluators are going to love him. He's going to be a top 55, top 60 pick. He's going to be here at 54 for our mock purposes, but in reality, he may go into the top 40. So we're going to go Alfred Collins here from the University of Texas. We'll be back on the clock here at pick 86. And here's kind of where I want to check out that receiver and tight end position because I don't want to miss out before this thing falls off of the board. All right, Tez Johnson, Savion Williams, more gadgety guys, undersized guy, and Tez Johnson. Harold Fannon's available here at tight end. That's interesting. Gunnar Helm is there. Isaiah Bond falls to pick 86 here. I'm going to go Isaiah Bond. I'm going to do it because they hit Ladd McConkey last year, a guy that can play inside. They just watched Josh Palmer walk out the door. They haven't re-signed him, at least when this airs. They have Quentin Johnston, but they need a different piece here where Johnston's fast, but Bond his game speed is faster. He ran 24.17 miles per hour at the combine. People were like, whoa, 4.40. His game speed's faster than his 4.40. He didn't know what the hell he was talking about, saying he's going to run 4.23. Bond falls here to round 3. I think this is a reality that Bond can fall to round 3. So we're going to get Bond to pick 86 for the Chargers. At pick 123, we got to get back to the trenches. We got to look back at the edge room. We took a defensive tackle before. We need to take an edge. Ahmed Hassanan from Boise State was a complete unit at the Shrine Bowl. This guy's got a marauder of an engine. Antoine Ryland, though, from Virginia Tech, was one of the leaders in the country in sacks this year. He had 14 this year, 10 last year, 3 the year before that. We're going to go Antoine Ryland. Khalil Mack's aging out. Joey Bosa's aging out. We need some more depth in here off the edge for the Chargers. Pick 159 here in round 5. Where are we going to go? Maybe peek at tight end. Let's see if any of the tight ends have fallen to us here. Jalen Conyers from Texas Tech did not test at the combine. Luke Lachey. I like Luke Lachey here from Iowa. You like the continued tight end room at Iowa year over year. Luke Lachey had a lot of the conversation a year ago, not so much now. I'm going to go Lachey here, going in to play for Harbaugh in a Big Ten type of a build, Big Ten type of grit. Lachey has that grit to come in and play tight end for the Chargers. We got a bunch of picks left. We got to put the cooking on this thing. Danny Stutzman from Oklahoma has a great combine, runs in the 4.5 area. I can't remember if it was 4.52 or 4.49 off the top of my dome. Stutzman has grown through the process. I'm not sure he's going to be available here at the end of round 5, but we're going to take him because he's available. In round 6, at pick 182, we do got to get moving here with these selections for the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's go back and look at the wide receiver position again, just to see if there's any more depth that we can potentially add here. Antoine Wells, a guy that can play inside and outside. Dante Thornton from Tennessee, a guy that ran a 4.30 at over 205 pounds. Keandre Lambert-Smith, kind of in that same Isaiah Bond boat. The rest of this receiver room, I think I'm cool just kind of kicking the can down the road. Tight end, kind of the same boat. All right, let's check out the interior offensive line then. We talked about it before, looking at center. Listen, you got one Longhorn, you might as well get a second Longhorn, and here you are in round 6 with a third Longhorn. This is Lance Zierlein's number 1 graded center in the 2025 NFL Draft. And centers in this class, not that strong. Jared Wilson, Jake Majors, the top 2 centers. Jake Majors makes it here to round 6. Join the Chargers. 3 Longhorns in this draft just for the Los Angeles Chargers. Hopefully they don't hate that too bad, Charger fans. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let's go check out the safety room before we get out of here. Elijah Clark from Syracuse is interesting. Kitten Crawford, a super athletic transfer to Nevada this past year. RJ Mickens, though, is the direction I'm going to go. This guy played high school ball in, I think it's South Lake, North Shore, or something like this, down there in Texas. RJ Mickens, former teammate of Andrew Makuba, who went earlier in this draft. Mickens was a great interview at the 2025 NFL Combine. I'm going to go RJ Mickens here, pick 199 from Clemson. The 4th to last selection here in round 6. Again, the Chargers, man, they just have so many picks. We're going to go back to the wide receiver well here in round 6. All the Colorado receivers are available. Jimmy Horn, Will Shepard, LaJohntay Wester. But I'm going to go Samuel Brown. Samuel Brown from the Miami Hurricanes, formerly of the Houston Cougars, played with Tank Dell, played with Matthew Golden, who then moved to the Texas Longhorns after that. Samuel Brown was a high-end recruit this last year in the transfer portal. He's going to come in there, start out behind Quentin Johnston, and he's going to push Quentin Johnston. Pick 220, just 5 picks later here. 2 picks left here in round 7. The Chargers, you know what? You got Justin Herbert. You like him. But why not just grab somebody that you can throw behind Justin Herbert that can kind of groom for a couple of years? Seth Hennigan was one guy that I met at the Senior Bowl, interviewed well, He's got big body. He's a big player from Memphis. He's the only quarterback in Memphis Tiger history to win back-to-back seasons with 10-plus wins. Seth Hennigan as a seventh rounder just to join the roster with the Chargers here and play behind Justin Herbert. The last selection, we just hit the 10-minute mark. Oh gosh. I got to make a freak decision. Relax. Relax. We're here in round 7. There's always value at the edge position. Ethan Downs from the University of Oklahoma. There you go. That's the draft for the Los Angeles Chargers here. A big one. Again, 11 picks. They gave us a C+, but we got Omarion Hampton. We got Alfred Collins, Isaiah Bond, Antoine Powell-Ryland from Virginia Tech, Luke Lachey from Iowa, Danny Stutzman, Jake Majors, RJ Mickens, Samuel Brown, Seth Hennigan as a backup quarterback, and Ethan Downs from Oklahoma. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. We went over 10 minutes. It's rare, but we're here. Love you. Talk to you tomorrow.